Well, hello there. Thank you so much for joining me today. For today's video, we are going to take a look at this vintage Woman's Day magazine. It is from June 1942, and at that time it only cost 2 cents. This cover is very interesting to me because it just has 2 dogs on it and nothing else. No teasers about features or anything else in the magazine. And we will find out a little bit more about one of these dogs. There's a little blurb. I peeked inside and there's a little blurb about this dog in there. Spoiler alert, these are miniature French poodles. As you can see, this magazine is in pretty good shape for its age. We do have just a bit of wear here, actually a good amount of wear along the spine, but it's actually some of the little pieces of paper coming off. When we open it up, some of the pages might separate a little bit. It is 74 pages long, and a lot of different ads and articles inside. So let's go ahead and get started. So here on the inside cover, we have this beautiful color ad for Jane Parker donuts. And up here, I assume this is Jane Parker. And here it says, Jane Parker says, "My donuts make dandy summer desserts." We have all these beautiful ways you can put together the donuts. And it says dated for freshness. Fresh because they're dated daily. Dated daily. And you can find them at A&P, sold exclusively at A&P stores. And then over here we can meet the dessert of the month. The dessert of the month is going to be a chocolate malted delight. And you can use royal chocolate flavor pudding to make it. Women buy more royal puddings than any other kind. I just love when the ads state it like that because it just makes me wonder, what do the men buy? You know, I'm just being silly. So here we have an ad for Sweetheart toilet soap. The soap that agrees with your skin. It's glamorous, it's glorious. Lather you'll love from Pure Sweetheart soap. And she is all lathered up with her Sweetheart Skin Charm toilet soap. And then this is from the notebook of Elsa Connors. Now here we have our table of contents, and we have several different sections. In the June issue of Woman's Day, we have, of course, our features, and then a fiction section, a needlework section, home decoration, fashion and beauty, food, and then departments down here. Now over here on this page, we have a white sail male household products ad. And it says white sale products aid home defense. And it's an ad here for white sale soap grains. They keep sheets snow white. So, as you can see, I covered this little part just in case. I don't want to get in any trouble, so you can guess what that looks like. But this is an ad for Claps baby foods. I'm still too young for grown-up foods. I'm much too old for strained. So now I'm on Claps Junior Foods and see how much I've gained. They're very rich in vitamins and minerals as well. That's why my doctor says with me that Claps are simply swell. This little baby here, or toddler. And then we have some different items printed here. And right here, this section is about one of our cover dogs. Here she is, Mitzi, with her puppies. And it says, recognize Mitzi. She's the dog on the left on our cover. And she's the mother of the 5 puppies pictured here with her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In case you're wondering what kind of dog she is, she's a miniature French poodle. We had to ask too. She was born in Paris, has traveled all over Europe and the Orient, but now lives in New York and considers herself an American. She doesn't like rugless rooms or women who wear yellow dresses. Now here on this side, we have an ad for Underwood deviled ham. Been around since 1821. Now here, it says win $25, name this dish. You have a little recipe here. It's using the herb ox bouillon for this recipe. And then here we have an ad for Cut Right. Cut Right waxed paper is extra strong. This is our Between Neighbors section. And then this is about cutting costs. Now cut your milk costs the easy way, or this easy way, with thrifty, nourishing White House evaporated milk. So, White House evaporated milk. Of course, you can find it at the A&P, right there. Over here, we have an ad for more, M-O-R. Our government urges us to eat nutritional foods. Fortify your family's wartime diet with more. I think it says George Rector, food consultant to Wilson & Co. There. More is all meat, rich in vitamins, energy, and good eating. More is juicy, tender, cured pork shoulder meat. It's quick as a wink for lunchbox sandwiches. The Wilson label protects your table. In the middle, it says Hollywood Sweepstakes by Abner Stewart. And then Cooking for a Man. No pot watching for this stew. She's holding a bottle of A1 sauce. A1 sauce, the dash that makes the dish. We have a little recipe for self-cooking simmer stew. And here we have a story called Junior, Get Your Hoe. Get your hoe. By Dawn Warden. And then it says right here, for you and for tens of thousands of boys like you, there are summer jobs, man-sized jobs with real pay and real responsibilities. Jobs as vital to the emergency effort of the nation as those in bomber plants and tank factories. Jobs that will develop confidence and give you the knowledge that you've done your part for a country which is now short of men. Jobs on the American farms. And here we have a story called Shirt Sleeves, Two Shirt Sleeves by Maud Merritt. It's our illustration down here in black and white. And here we have a story called Indiana in the War. We Middle Westerners are supposed to be villainously carrying on business as usual. In retort, we haven't hurled the accusation hysterical. We've been much too busy. Even before Pearl Harbor, we were actively thinking about war, getting ready to fight. In such times as these, we have the honor to be a warlike people. And here we have a picture. And it says, the shock for our coastal brethren is this. In Navy enlistments per million man population, Indiana leads the nation. And then we have a story called Little by Althea Bass. This pretty illustration here. The boy and the colt, drawn by the littleness they shared, looked with quiet seriousness into each other's eyes. Here it says you can copy this $250 organza cloth and 6 napkins in washable cotton organdy for $4.87. Little cherries there and here. It's very pretty. And then this little thing says today's American needlework. Today's applique. Today's applique. Today's applique. Then we have some different appliques here, here, and here. They have some beautiful color photographs. This is a house coat. You can applicate this design on your own favorite house coat for 40 cents, or using a similar pattern, sew the motifs on a new cotton house coat for $3.65. And this pinafore, white rickrack edges the gay calico motifs on our blue cotton pinafore. You can make both pinafore and kerchief from Hollywood pattern 428 for about $2.20. And then this kitchen set right here. Red apples and blue flowers are appliqued on a kitchen set of warm yellow cotton. You can make curtains, 2 pot holders, and a cookbook cover for $2.48. Then we have this interesting Hawaiian quilts right here. It's a pineapple design. And over here, draperies and slipcover. Hours of patient work went into cutting these colorful motifs from 2 yards of figured chintz. Sateen and chintz for slipcover, valance, and floor-length drapes cost $9.98. then we have this adorable Mother Goose quilt. A clever mother copied her child's favorite nursery rhyme characters from his paint books and appliqued the figures on a youthful quilt. We have Little Bo Peep, Humpty Dumpty, the Cat in the Fiddle, Little Boy Blue, 3 Men in a Tub, and Ba Ba Black Sheep. Now this is a story called Savage Homecoming by Clifford Orr. Now here we have a story called Cottons. Cottons for Work or for Fun by Mabel Hill Suvane. This lady right here is wearing a play suit and skirt. Blue chambray with striped skirt buttoned for staid occasions. Open for freedom. Blue only. Sears Roebuck catalog. And then we have slacks and jacket. Plantation check suit. Button front dress. And then this, oh my goodness, what is that? Dirndl? I don't know. It's DIRNDL. Polka dots carry on in this cleverly designed dirndl. It comes in red and cobalt blue. I really hope I'm saying that right. I've never come across that term. Here we have a story that says Homekeeping is a War Job Too by Gladys Huntington Bevins. And here it says We Remake 5 Old Beds by Louise Sloan. It says only 49 cents was spent on refinishing materials to revise this huge Victorian bed into charming provincial lines, more compact for present day living. Now here, for $2.42, we made the headboard that gives an old studio couch a fresh and bedroomy look. The couch into a bed. Very nice. And then to the $4 initial cost of this over-ornamented bed, we added an expenditure of $2.43 for materials to achieve the graceful painted yellow foot and quilted yellow slipcover for the headboard. And then, over here, we had to build a new footboard to complete this bed, bought for $2. We spent $1.74 on findings, $9.03 for printed sateen, and a pretty floral design of pinks and blues on a sand-colored ground. And then down here, an ordinary metal bed that cost $3 was given distinction and masculine appeal with plywood-backed pads covered in maroon leatherette, bolted to the head and footboards. Here we have a story that is called Bridal Bouquets and Brickbats. And here we have an article about discussing eye problems with a specialist. And here we have a story called Vacation by Fanny Kilborn. Very nice illustrations. And here we have several tips for budgeting. It's called Budget Tricks. Now here we have a spread of recipes. And it says cheap cuts of meat, 6th in a series, Meat Sundries by Glenna McGinnis. And here we have a recipe for breaded fried tripe. It costs 27 cents. And then liver and bacon rolls. That's 53 cents. Individual liver loaves cost 36 cents. Brains in croustades, 43 cents. Kidney stew with barley and vegetables for 53 cents. And heart patties for 19 cents. I could save you a whole bunch of money by not buying any of that. And here we have a spread about feeding your family with a lot of different recipes. And they even give you a handy calendar for each day. All the meals, breakfast, home lunch, box lunch, dinner. So let's just pick a random day and see what we're going to eat. So on Monday morning, we are going to have prunes for breakfast with a fried tomato with cream gravy, toast, margarine, coffee, and milk. Then our home lunch selection is peanut butter toast with egg sauce, donuts, tea, and coffee. And then our box lunch selection is meatloaf sandwiches, potato salad, a cupcake, and coffee. And then our dinner selection is macaroni and cheese, string beans, rye bread, margarine, rhubarb batter pudding, and iced coffee. We have all these recipes over here. For your meals. Now this page says making plain cake with corn syrup. So these are your different consistencies. This one has milk and sugar, this one has milk, sugar, and syrup, and this one just milk and syrup. But now you can just make your plain cake. Now here we have an ad for Ritz, baked by Nabisco National Biscuit Company. And this says, cameraman gets lowdown on best ways to eat Ritz. Our Ritz cameraman turns inquiring reporter to ask the fans what foods they like best with Ritz. So young Johnny says, gee, I go for Ritz in every way. Guess Ritz with jam comes first though. And this bride says, Ritz made a salad eater out of my husband. And this defense worker says, can't beat Ritz in soup for my money. It's a swell lunch. And this cook says, folks here eat Ritz with everything. They rave about my Ritz appetizers. So here we have a page that says Crochet in Cotton by Maple Hill Suvane. And all these different hats and bags that you can crochet. There, there, and there, and there. And she has a little bag right here. And then this story says, be your own handyman, first aid for screens. And then this is just a continuation of our Homekeeping is a War Job 2 article and today's appliques. And here we have an ad with a mother and child for Fletcher's Castoria. For your child, a laxative that works almost naturally in the lower bowel. Here we have an ad for Morton's free running salt and iodized salt. Choose between the Morton twins. Babies. Use plain if your family consists of adults. Use iodized if you've children from 6 to 18. When it rains, it pours, yet costs an average family only 2 cents a week. Here we have a section about the National Needlework Exhibition. And then we have an ad here of this happy baby for Johnson's baby powder. And right here we have an ad for Windex. New reduced prices for Windex, now never over 15 cents. It says, though Aunt Franny was once a weightlifter of fame, washing windows to her is far less than a game. While young cousin Jeannie, the frail little one, regards washing windows as practically fun. There's no need for muscle with Windex on hand. Spray it on, wipe it off. Your windows look grand. For clean windows longer, get Windex today by the 20-ounce size. It's the thriftiest way. And here, this amazing new cream deodorant safely stops perspiration. You can put it under your arm, your feet, your hands, and your forehead. And over here, we have an ad for Swan. Oh, a baby gentle floating soap that's a Suds and Whiz in hard water. The baby gentle floating soap that's a Suds and Whiz. And here we have an ad for Knox Gelatin. Delicious butter saver. Make 2 pounds grand spread using 1 pound butter with Knox Gelatin. And then here we have an ad for Pillsbury. Pillsbury's Best. Bake fightin' food. This new wartime recipe serves 6 to 8 at 7 cents or less per serving. You can make Pillsbury's meat and egg loaf. Then here we have some more household hints and an ad for Sunbright Cleanser. The Safe Speedy Cleanser. And then this says, pour yourself a pair of stockings with Miner's liquid makeup. The same sleek streakless leg makeup that English girls use. Interesting. Looks like sheer silk will not rub off. Waterproof. And here we have an ad for Pyrex wares. Pyrex ovenware and flameware makes you a better cook. You can cook in glass dishes that fear no fire. Here we have an ad for Climaline. Maybe you don't know this rinsing secret either. Climaline to wash and clean in kitchen, laundry, and bath. Wash and clean with Climaline, and then toilets sparkle with Bowline right here. And then over here we have an ad for Kellogg's Rice Krispies. It says crisp, delicious, every spoonful, greatest thing that ever happened to berries. And then our little elves. This flavory treat just can't be beat. Look for Kellogg's, the greatest name in cereals. Over here we have Grandma's favorite recipe for crisp molasses cookies using Grandma's old-fashioned molasses. Dress it up with Durkee's dressing. An ad right here for Durkee's dressing. So here we have an ad for Madonna tomato paste. You can add the Madonna tomato paste to salad dressing to dress up your salad. And here's an ad for Gravy Master right here. On this side we have a Betty Crocker soft as silk cake flour ad. Betty Crocker guarantees all-round better cakes or double your money back. Make this devil's food cake the softest silk way, then judge for yourself. Here we have an ad for Sandy Flush. No bathroom gossip. Toilets are tidy. Sandy Flush cleans toilet bowls without scouring. And then Kerr tops them all. These Kerr mason caps fit all mason jars. And then here we have this article. It says Hank and Hannah stocking dolls, and how you can make the dolls there. And this ad has this cute little baby. It It says, what more do you want? New luxury texture softness that all babies go for. This is the Waldorf A Scott tissue for only 5 cents. This ad is sideways. It says foods from America's finest dairylands, A&P Dairy Center. You'd be proud of the pure, fresh milk at A&P's Dairy Center, Ma. For fresh milk from local dairies, come to your A&P Dairy Center. And this says, a champion builder of sub chasers tells why he sparks up with Sparkies. I learned the secret. Average Americans lack most missing vitamins B1 and D, sometimes unsuspected cause of fatigue, lost pep, poor growth, bad nerves. I said to my wife, are we getting them? The idea, we get a bonus of both every day in Sparkies. Well, gee, that's swell. Even us kids know that we gotta have most missing vitamins to grow. Sparkies, wheat or rice. Is it the Quaker puffed wheat Sparkies or the Quaker puffed rice Sparkies? Over here, we have an ad for Hunt Club dog food. The dry, modern dog food. Why am I worried? Because canned dog food will soon be gone. Follow my example and cease worry, chum. I've eaten nothing but Hunt Club for years. And then this is an ad for Duff's gingerbread mix. Add water, mix, bake, and that's all. Fully prepared, needs no sugar, ready in a jiffy. And then here we have an ad for Wright's Silver Cream, unexcelled for 69 years. Down here we have this ad for Rinso. Ladies, in wartime when new things may be hard to get, it's wise to make the clothes we have last longer by washing them the safe, gentler Rinso way. Here we have an ad for Bon Ami. It makes all my cleaning so much easier. Bon Ami polishes as it cleans. And we have some ads here about war savings bonds and stamps. And then something to help your false teeth keep from slipping. And then Wee Walker shoes down here for your baby's feet. Over here on this side we have an ad for Derby's Peter Pan Peanut Butter Surprise Package. 4 Peter Pan Peanut Butter Surprises. You'll be surprised when you open the jar. There's no oil floating on top. You'll be surprised when you spread your sandwich. Golden Peter Pan spreads as easily as butter. You'll also be surprised when you taste the first bite. A special radiant roast process gives it a luscious, fresh peanut flavor. And lastly, you'll be surprised when you discover the amazing fact that Peter Pan never sticks to the roof of your mouth. Every bite is a delight. Here we have an ad for Armour's Treat, the all-purpose meat. Scrumptious eating. This ready-cooked meat is a big vitamin B bargain. Armour's 75th anniversary. And then we have an article about being thrifty but effective. And here we have some recipes for summer sherbets and ices. Down here, discovered how brushing can cause loose false teeth. Dentists say use Polident, the brushless cleanser. Here we have an ad for Kellogg's cereals. It's like a long story here. And you get 6 different cereals. 10 generous packages. And then I have an article that says practice what you preach. And over on this side we have an ad for Gerber's Baby Foods. With, again, some more stories. This cute little baby. says home canned foods stay fresh when you use Bernardin 2-piece mason caps. Bernardin Bottle Cap Co. from Evansville, Indiana. And then it says walk away your corns with Blue Jay, Bauer, and Black corn plasters. How to clean wallpaper. Some continuations for other articles. And then here we have a rather large ad for Beech Nut Gum, the yellow package with the red owl. Today exercise is more pleasant because back in 1865, Pierre Lallement, a Parisian blacksmith, discovered the machine that was the forerunner of the modern bicycle, and because so many cyclists have discovered the fine, distinctive flavor of beech nut gum. And here we have an ad for Ann Page salad dressing right there, and an article called The Wedding Gift. And here this says, imagine little me helping the government. And it is basically all about buying more fresh fruits and vegetables so you have a balanced diet and the necessary health and vigor in winning this war. You can buy all of these vitamin-packed fruits and vegetables from the A&P. It says get your vitamins naturally in the garden of your A&P supermarket. Balance your diet, balance your budget. Triple treat to beat the heat. Triple treat to beat the heat. And we have different selections available for purchase at the A&P food stores. Okay, my friend, that wraps up our June 1942 Woman's Day magazine. I hope that you enjoyed looking through all the pages with me and found it interesting and relaxing. I'm wishing you a wonderful rest of your day or your night and a very good sleep. And until I see you next time,